Welcome back to Mountain Ridge Shooters. It's getting nice outside. We're going to have those outdoor range days more often now. And which range bag and type is best for you?
And I almost forgot, I know it's been like 6 months since I actually did the giveaway and sent it out, but Michael from Connecticut, congratulations. You were the one that won the Shailotech set. And I just want to say thank you to all of you guys.
We're going to start off with a bag I got on Amazon a couple years ago maybe. I got it because it was bigger than the previous one I had. The volume on it was great, carrying multiple pistols, chronograph, ear, eye pro, spot for a water bottle, extra pouches, and then it also had a ton of magazine pouch holders. And so when you have 2 to 3 different pistols you're bringing with you to the range, it's nice to have all of these different mag pouches built into the case itself. Now there is a trade-off with having a large range bag, and that's maneuverability, transport. Eventually the thing gets really damn heavy too. And it really came down to, what am I doing at the range that day? Am I taking one pistol with just a couple mags? I need to get it zeroed. Am I doing a review where I'm bringing tons of mags, a bunch of ammo? Am I taking friends out to shoot and we're trying a bunch of different guns? Am I going to a match day where I need to have more than just mags and a gun? I need to have tools, I need to have maybe snacks and extra things that just you try and preemptively understand could happen at the range, and you need to have it in there as first aid, who knows? And so I think a big part of this review and advice on this video is you need to figure out what you need out of a range bag first, and then what your budget is second. The size on this one is pretty good. I would say it's a medium to large size bag. There are much larger ones out there and there are much smaller ones out there. So the size, it can accommodate for multiple different purposes for a range day visit. Now, where it fails on me is the rigidity. The Amazon special, yeah, it's squishy. It doesn't really hold weight at all. This thing, it's a joke. It falls in on itself when you have a lot of weight in it, and it makes it just awkward to tote around. So I find I end up just setting it somewhere and coming back to it over and over and over again because I don't like carrying it around. The strap that it came with was really uncomfortable. This is a strap from a previous range bag that I've since given away, but I kept the strap because it had way more padding than the one that came with it from Amazon. Organization on this. Well, it did come with this pistol sleeve. It came with, I think, 4 of them. You can put a little ID card in there. Big whoop, I guess, if you want to do that. These things are tiny. Like, if you have competition guns, they don't fit in here at all. Anything with a red dot on it pretty much does not fit in here. So these were kind of junk. Organization on this, it doesn't come with any dividers. It's just one big hole there. It does have a nice like water bottle spot. It does have zippered pockets on the side. Just your standard, nothing fancy. It does have the 2 pouches here. It does have MOLLE on the side where you can add your own additional pouches. It does have a back pouch here that is Velcro that you can put papers or manuals or whatever you want in there. The organization's not bad on this. It's just not what I would call smart. You have, like, for instance, the magazine pouches are on this big front pocket. So if you're like me and you like to load the mags up before you get to the range, so you're not spending your range time loading mags as much, this gets heavy and this flap has no like strength to it. So it's just annoying to have this leaning off you and be kind of top front heavy because it's so squishy, it's not rigid, so it doesn't really carry weight very well at all. And with the main compartment having no dividers, nothing really to it, it's really hard to keep things organized. I find that when I would take this to the range or to a match, I'd grab one thing out and everything just kind of crumbles into where it's at, and you're fishing around for stuff. If you ever have to find a zip tie to check for a squib or something, it's not easy to find everything in here. So I wouldn't call the organization smart. Now, quality on this, does it last? I've been using it for 2 years off and on. Not as much as I would like to. The zippers do seem like they're pretty decent. The bag overall is holding up really well, which kind of surprised me. I've been using it more often the last few months than I have my other bigger double alpha backpack. More to come on that one. It seems like it's made out of a decent quality. The stitching's not falling apart. It doesn't have the bottom like tough plastic things that some of the other better range bags have. So when you set it on the ground, it's actually setting the fabric on there. And if you've been to a match, you know that a lot of the ground is sometimes rocks and sand or gravel, and that can chew up a bag pretty quick. As far as expandability on the bag, you do have a couple MOLLE sections. You have one right here. It also has Velcro on it, so you can put whatever kind of patch you want, I guess. So you can MOLLE there, and also on this side right here, also has Velcro and MOLLE, so you can add whatever you want pouch-wise that can attach to MOLLE on it. 2 spots, but again, there's no real rigidity to this, so if you put anything that has a decent amount of weight on it, it's gonna kind of flop around on that side of the bag. Price. You're seeing the price on this on the screen. It's not super cheap, but it's a decent value. It works. It's not very comfortable, and the organization's kind of crap on it. But for the price, I don't think it's a bad deal. If this is what you can afford, it's gonna work. If you can wait a little longer and save more, I think the next bag on the list is gonna be a much better option. So this is the most recent bag I have. This is the Savior range bag. You can get it directly from their website. I'll link it in the description. But this one you can also find on Amazon for quite a bit cheaper with faster shipping. So I would look there. I got this for 105 bucks. And as far as the size of it goes, I think it's the perfect size for me for doing a pistol range day. It is super rigid, easy to transport, and it holds everything I need for even a match. So size and space, this thing has a decent size main compartment. Now, it's plenty for me to carry 2 pistols, the mags for them, my ammo, my tools, cleaning supplies even, spare parts, chronograph, ear, and eye pro, rags, miscellaneous little stuff, batteries, and mag loaders, and magazine brush, like anything I need, manuals, and first aid, it all fits in here, and it fits in here well. Now there's some things like my iPro, I just keep on the top right here. So it's MOLLE rigged in, because the top of it has MOLLE, and my belt, this actually came with the double alpha backpack, so I'm sure you could find something like it on Amazon or wherever, but it just clips into the MOLLE here, and I just snap my belt on the top. The holster lays over here on the side out of my way. Works great, because I only need it on top of there when I'm bringing the bag to the match or to the range, and then I put the belt on. So after that, it stays on my waist. The rigidity. But this whole outside is whatever that, I don't know what they call it, like EVF something. This thing is not going anywhere. So they even did a recall on their first version of this, because apparently they use some other kind of, like, this whole square right here is just reinforced, like, I don't know, some kind of compressed, it's on their website, the actual description. And it's super rigid. It doesn't flex, it doesn't do anything. You saw me standing on it. This middle part is actually their old kind of plastic, where it does kind of flex, but it's super rigid. You can stand on it, it's not gonna break. I do like that, because this inner compartment, if I'm carrying one pistol in here, I want to be able to push it back to have more room in here. Or if I'm carrying 2, it can push and it can move and it can kind of contour to what I have in here, but it's still super rigid and won't let anything from the top or the bottom crush what's inside. This thing is amazing for protecting your gear in here, and I love it. Organization. Got a lot of pockets. Nice full lid pouch here, manuals, whatever paperwork you want to put in there, rags, cleaning cloths. Main compartment has its big organizer in here, and there's of course pockets on every side of this thing. I have just miscellaneous, like staple refills, batteries and tape and whatever else in there, and then you also have like your mesh pockets to get something quick. It just has an endless supply of like smaller pockets and everything, charging cables in here. The front is where the mags are housed. Now, the one thing I don't like about this compared to double alpha is when you open double alphas, like outside pockets, they have like a webbing here that holds it kind of stable, but it also lets this open up easier, I feel like. And this doesn't have as many mag pouches as the cheaper Amazon one. I didn't say Amazon, but this was from Amazon too. The cheaper version, basically. So it doesn't hold as many mags, but I find that you can just put them right in like that, and it fits just fine. I like how secure these mags are in here, and I like that I can fit a bunch of them in here with no hassle or no issues. And it also has another mesh pocket kind of in here to where you can store more stuff in that zippered pocket. It also has a hidden pocket up front here. So the zipper can kind of come down, and then you can store more stuff in there. Thinner things, but it still has the storage for it. So far, I haven't had any issues going to matches with this. I haven't gone and been like, oh, this bag's too small. I see reviews online where people expect this thing to be bigger, and they're kind of complaining that it's too small. I don't know what they're carrying, because I carry a bunch of stuff, and we're talking over 200 rounds of ammo easy every time I bring this out, and I don't have any issues with it. So with all these pockets and little sections to put pins in and other smaller pockets and little chambers and the divider, I think the organization on this is done brilliantly. I think it's smart, it makes it easy. I'm not always fishing around for stuff. Where I put it in the bag, it stays there, and I don't have issues finding it either. Expandability, MOLLE on the top, and you have Velcro on the front, the mesh pockets. You also have, I don't know if these would be like carabiner clips or D-rings, and you can clip something on it. This is the side that goes against my body though, so I usually don't do that. I do have just carabiners attached to like the zippers, and I have another carabiner attached over here, just kind of a double one if I need to hang anything quickly on there. Does it last? Well, I've seen other people post reviews that have been using these things for years. They tear them up, they beat them up, and it seems like the quality lasts. On top of that, the customer support is nuts. So I told you about that recall that they did on the interior shell. Well, when they did that, they just went ahead and reached out to the customers, or customers reached out to them, and they sent them the new and improved version of it, free of charge, with instructions how to put it in. And then they also sent them their ammo pouches. I think like one of every color or something. You'd have to see what they did for these customers. These things, for 4 of them, the normal size is like 25 bucks. I used to use like the hard plastic, one at an individual spot, and use just the 100 round boxes and bring a couple of them, or one, depending on how much I was shooting. Or just bring an ammo can and load out of that. That's annoying, because then you got to carry another ammo can, it's not in the bag, etc., etc. These things, I was like, I'll take a shot on these. 25 bucks, why not? They're on Amazon as well. These things are awesome. I don't even know how much ammo this holds, but it definitely holds probably close to 250, 300 rounds, because I'm able to load all my mags up and still have a ton in here. And it's nice and easy to get out. I love these things. Can't wait to use them for years. The zippers on all of their stuff is amazing. They're heavy duty. They definitely have great teeth on them. Great drawstrings on it that are strong and they're long, but I haven't had this bag long enough to say like, oh, it's gonna last me 5-10 years. I don't know. For the price, I think it's working out so great so far. As far as expandability, you really only have the top for MOLLE, which I still think is great because it's a nice big flat surface and it's on top. The kicker on that is not stuff hanging off the side, to where when you're trying to maneuver around places or people, you're bumping into things. Since it's on top, it's out of your way really. And so if you need to put a med pack, any kind of pouches you want up top here, your iPro, it works great. I use it for my belt and my iPro, and I don't have any issue. The price. So at 105 bucks, which is only $35 more than the first bag, the cheap one that's squishy. Yes, it is smaller than that one. So if you're not always carrying 3-4 guns to the range, handgun wise, this one is a way better buy. It's gonna last you longer. It's built better. It has way smarter organization. The customer service on it's great. I also love this shoulder pad that it comes with. This thing is sturdy, just huge amounts of padding in it, very adjustable, and I like the contour shape of it. It's way more comfortable to carry. I wish I would have known about this bag before I bought the other one. It would have saved me 70 bucks, but I'm glad I found it now. This is going to be my go-to bag for probably as long as I possibly can. And as far as durability too, this thing also has the really nice hard plastic, whatever, rubber bottom pieces, so it'll stay where you want and it won't be the bag riding on gravel, asphalt, or wherever you set it down. It'll make the fabric and material last a lot longer having those pads on the bottom. As far as extras go, this came with 3 of these nice pistol sleeves. They're not as big as the Double Alpha, the Competitive Edge products. They're really close to the same size. They're not as big, just a smidge smaller, but way bigger than the cheapo ones that came with the other Amazon bag. And the cool thing is, because my CEP ones, they don't come with this like labeling system. So it came with a bunch of these labels. So I got 5 of the labels and 3 of the sleeves, and you can just write on the label here and then just put it on there. My other one, I just used a Sharpie and wrote on there. So that pistol sleeve is like forever, the CZ pistol sleeve or the Atlas pistol sleeve. This one, you could just take the label off with the Velcro and stick a new one on. Kind of nice. Okay. Yeah. So this is the Double Alpha like Range Pack Pro. This is the Gen 1 though. It's big. So it carries a lot of stuff and it comes with a lot of extras. But for the price, yeah, it kind of should. I do still think this has a place as a range bag for me though. Now, level 1 matches, no, I don't need this thing. The size of it's just big. It does carry really well though, because it's in a backpack form. It's rigid, it's tough. The padding on these backpack straps are great. There's even like the upgraded options they have to where you can stick this on like a kind of like a dolly, like a pull cart kind of thing, to where it can be on wheels and you can really load it down. Strength test on the Competitive Edge Dynamics. I got this one from Double Alpha. It has a very solid core here in the bottom, where you would protect like your firearms, and it's hard plastic. It's very similar to the Savior, but it's only on that bottom part. Like the top part easily kind of caves in. So it's sturdy and it holds weight really well, and I don't have any issues with this, but the bottom part is like your really, really strong part. Yeah, it holds weight, it stays rigid. I don't have to worry about anything damaging on that one in the bottom. So if you need to put pistols down there or any other kind of valuables that you don't want to get smushed by any other weight, people kicking it, you dropping it, that's the side to go. It's the bottom compartment. If this is a range day where you're going to be out there 6-7 hours, this might be the go-to. There is plenty of space on this thing and it can carry multiple guns. It depends on how you put the stuff in there though. I do think it has some smart organization to it. I just don't like the size as like an everyday range bag. That's it. The rigidity on this, you saw that the bottom section really has all of the rigidity here. In this section it holds its form very well. It does. It holds its form. I haven't had a problem with it collapsing on itself because it's has a ton of weight in it. That doesn't happen to me. It doesn't carry awkward on my back because I have it weighted with a ton of ammo and other things and mags. It holds its weight very well, and it stays rigid and it's comfortable to carry. Now with all the pockets you're seeing and all the different storage spots, it is easy to find things in this because they are compartmentalized. Now the main big compartment here, you really got to get smart yourself with it. It does have kind of, I wouldn't call this MOLLE, but it has these neoprene or elastic straps, I should say, and it does have a nice deep main pocket with spots to put other things in the pouches, whether it's tools, whether it's iPro. You can definitely store a lot of things in the main pocket, and I do. I just don't like how many mag holders it has. For this being a competition bag oriented, and the price at like $250, I wish it came with an extra mag holder and a Velcro spot to put it. I think maybe the Gen 2 does. I do know on the Gen 2, they stopped putting the mag holders up front and they put them in the back. So I think that helps because I don't like having it in the front. It just makes it that heavy ammo and mags kind of lean forward a little bit instead of being closer to your back. Quality, does this thing last? Is it built well? Yeah, it is. The zippers are made great. I've never had a problem with them getting hung up or basically falling apart. The stitching still looks great. I've been using this thing for years. Every match, all the time until I finally just started, I don't need to bring this giant bag anymore. So I haven't been using it lately. Expandability on it, it does have some extra MOLLE spots right here. I 3D printed a water bottle holder out of TPU, so I could stick a big water bottle in here and cinch it down. This was actually, these clips here were actually, it comes with a chair. It comes with like a small little chair, which I never end up using, because if you're at the range and you're doing a match and you're sitting down, you're not helping tape, you're not helping reset, you're not ROing, so I never use the chair. So this is usually empty until I can figure out something for it. It does have another MOLLE attachment spot over here. And it has just inside all these pockets that you're seeing. It doesn't have a ton of expandability, but you don't really need it. It's already big enough. I don't have a need to have things hanging off the sides of this. It does have these clips up top that it comes with it comes with the belt attachment for it, and it also comes with a brass bag. So I just happen to use both of those extra pieces in my new bag. Now the price is the killer here. It's 250 something bucks, and that's before taxes and shipping. So it's hard to recommend this to just any everyday shooter. You really have to be going out there, carrying a lot of stuff, being out there all day, being able to put it on your back makes a whole lot of sense, carrying it from stage to stage. I do think it has a point in larger matches for me, where if I need a backup gun or if I need just a ton of extra stuff, this thing holds it, and you can carry a lot of weight in this thing very well. And it's just great quality. It's hard to swallow that price, but if you can afford multiple bags and you go shooting a lot and you need to carry a lot, this thing's awesome. But with that being said, had I had the Savior bag first, I probably would have been that old man out there with just a wagon. And I would just, if I need to carry that much stuff, I just throw it in a wagon and then roll it. That's where I'm at right now. Extras on this. It does come with, I believe, 3 of these. The Competitive Edge Dynamic pistol sleeves. Again, there's no label, so you see I just wrote my own label on there. These are great. Awesome padding for them. They're nice and big to where you can fit a gun with a compensator on it and an optic. It fits fine. Usually my Ruger Mark IV is kind of the test for that, because it has the quick charge handle and it has the rail mounted optic and it has a comp on it. So if it can fit that, it can fit pretty much any kind of pistol you are going to be shooting with. Other extras, it did come with the competition belt holder up top. It also came with an extra brass carrier. It also comes with a nice rain fly built into the back of it in this kind of hidden zipper pocket. And if it starts to rain and you don't want your stuff to get wet, you can pull that out, put it all over your whole bag, and your bag stays dry and your stuff in there stays dry, and you don't damage anything. Like if you even have electronics in there, it keeps everything dry. That is huge. That, I think, even in the Savior, I don't know how much that would add to the cost, but if they had a rain fly that was built into a small little pocket, I think that would be an awesome add-on. Even if it only cost 10, 15 bucks more, I'm willing to pay for it, just for that added chance where if it starts raining, you know that your gear is gonna stay dry even if you aren't. This one also comes with that chair. I have literally never used it. I don't know if that's something you would use at the range. Anytime I've gone to matches or anything like that, I've never had a need to sit, because I'm always busy doing something. And if I sat for lunch or something like that, I just sat at my car. It just would add weight for me to carry something like that, so I don't. Or I just sit on the ground. Who cares? My final recommendation would be, the Savior bag is the best range bag I have ever used for everyday range use. If you really need the extra space, the Double Alpha is amazing. I love how it carries, how it handles weight, and the amount of stuff that you can put in it is just endless. And it comes with a bunch of really nice extras. Double Alpha's never failed me on their products. I love pretty much everything they make. I use their belts, I use their mag pouches. They just work. But if money is part of it, I get away with the Savior bag every time lately. I have not felt a need to have more to carry, especially with the ammo in these things. I don't even carry ammo cans anymore. It makes the bag heavy, but it carries so well and it's comfortable that I don't know when I'm gonna use my Double Alpha backpack again. It does everything so well, and at less than half the cost. And it's still half the cost even if you buy 4 of these things. I'm really liking this bag tremendously. The previous range bag, the brown one I have that I got on Amazon a couple, 2 or 3 years ago, it's going to be relegated to the closet. Well, it's been a long time since I filmed a new video, and now that I've got some extra time, I'm going to maybe take a break from doing as many matches so I could do some more videos that I really want to get out of the way. I'm also going to start doing PRS. I built an AR-10 and 6.5 Creedmoor. So far, it's grouping really well. Some little kinks I have to work out, and I'm gonna try a PRS match in like a month and a half. I don't know anything really about it. You guys can join me for this whole learning experience of getting into PRS and see how bad I do. Thanks for stopping by. As always, we're out. Bye. That's it. That's all we had to do.
Yeah. Wait, is that going to be put on the shorts?
No, it's gonna be put on the main video that I do.